Wah. I like ice cream.
Oh wait, was my mic muted?
Yeah.
God damn, I said yes, I did get ice cream.
This place looked oddly familiar. Kazuma Sogi. I know you, and I know you wouldn't lie, but still, there's no doubt that you're holding something back. You know more than you're saying. God fuck it.
During the past 30 minutes, while this court was adjourned, all possible efforts were expended. But sadly, Mr. Jigoku's whereabouts could not be ascertained. He did that whole segment on the ship completely for no reason. L ratio.
Damn, bro.
We must accept the unfortunate conclusion that the Reaper has already done the deed.
Na, na, na,
Na, na, na, na. There's no sense in wasting any more of the court's time. The prosecution calls for an immediate verdict.
No.
I don't know shit.
The
No.
trial cannot end now.
You're a Japanese man, Ryunosuke. You're a Japanese man, Ryunosuke. You should know when to lay down your sword.
Well, your sword is broken.
Get fucked.
And you should know never to presume when the battle is won.
Mm-hmm. The court has already been presented with all the evidence and heard all relevant testimony. And there can only be one conclusion, that the accused is guilty.
All relevant testimony? Far from it. There's still a crucial witness from whom the court is yet to hear a single word of testimony.
In that case, call your witness to the stand at once, counsel.
Yes, my lord. Tomorrow, if possible.
The witness is already on his way and scheduled to arrive tomorrow.
Who on earth is this crucial witness?
Sashiro Jigoku. The very man allegedly murdered by the Reaper.
Judge Jigoku? You found him?
God fucking damn it.
But the investigations of every policing resource in the capital suggest that Jigoku is already dead. Oh, the lag. Oh, God. Ah!
Not too bad.
How in the name of God did you find the man?
He was located in France during the recess at the port of Dunkirk. Thanks to one of Mr. Herlock Sholmes' famous deductions.
You know what? Fuck it. Guilty. Heard enough. If that man enters my courtroom, I will kill him on sight. Herlock Sholmes.
Inspector Gregson almost certainly met with Mr. Jigoku on the night of his death. Because along with Prosecutor Sogi, Gregson was on a mission to assassinate the man. Which means that Sashiro Jigoku is the sole witness who can clarify exactly what happened aboard the SS Grouse on the 31st October.
Oh no! Oh no! He died!
No!
Oh, are we back?
Are we?
Well,
Oh.
here.
I think we're back.
I don't.
You froze for a second
Oh.
there, Nick.
Ugh.
Nick,
Yeah.
you there? Okay, we're
It's
good.
going for me. It's going for me.
Yeah, it's going for me now. But yeah, I was stuck there for like a second.
Well, it would appear that it's too soon to move to adjudication at this point.
The prosecution concurs. The court must hear Mr. Jigoku's testimony. No judgment should be passed until all testimony has been considered.
In that case, I hereby call the end of today's proceedings. Court will reconvene in the same hour tomorrow. You cunt. No objections from either side.
No, my lord.
No objections, my lord. I'm EP.
We live to fight another day by the skin of our teeth.
I wanted that twink obliterated. This is your fault, E-boy. I blame Genshin Impact.
Not my problem anymore.
Your problem now, I'm getting the gun.
No. I see you brought a gun to a sword fight. Where's your honor?
The unexpected halt of proceedings sent a
Honors for bitches.
clamor around the courtroom. But outside the Bailey, where Londoners knew nothing of the secret trial within, it was a typical still night. Then, a little past 8 o'clock that evening, Mr. Sholmes and his partner returned to Baker Street.
Yay! Aw, they have a whole feast. That's so cute.
Thanksgiving! Wait.
Thanksgiving. It's not quite there, but I don't know.
It's still November.
Almost Thanksgiving does not mean it
I
was.
mean, it's Thanksgiving.
We have arrived, my dear
It wasn't
fellows.
Thanksgiving.
Welcome back
Yay.
to Britain, and thank you for your timely help. Think of nothing of it. I believe you had an even more wearing day than Mikotova and I, no? You could say that. We were on the brink of defeat in the court earlier. So this is the famous Herlock, Sholmes, and Watson I hear so much about, eh? So, this prosecutor Soki had you on the ropes, didn't he? And he's your boyfriend, you say? Well, he's not really
At least he understands.
he's not really the man I knew in Japan anymore. I think we're breaking up. Cosmo's changed.
Oh, Mr. Naruhodo.
I mean, it's incredible to think that he even entertained the idea of acting as the Reaper's assassin. Well, nevertheless, you must introduce me. After all,
Aw.
I only ever met the young man as a corpse.
No, you didn't. You in the sub story, you did meet him before.
All this started almost a year ago now. Mr. Sholmes still hasn't told us the truth about what really happened back then. About the motivation for what he himself described as a great detective's lie. Now then, I must say, it's really quite a journey all the way to France.
Well, it is another country, Mr. Sholmes. So, what news of Judge Jigoku?
We took him to Scotland Yard. The investigation detectives there have a lot of questions for the man. Poor Professor Mikotova. It must be quite a shock for him. Ah, yes. I picked this up at the telegraph office on our way home. What is it?
Surely you haven't forgotten already. I put upon you for the matter only yesterday.
You put upon me, Sholmes. I had to fill out your telegram to Japan and foot the bill as well.
Oh, you've had a reply already?
What was so urgent though, Mr. Sholmes?
Such matters can wait until later. I'm far too hungry for an involved conversation at present.
Well, that's good news, because supper is ready, everyone!
Ah! And what a feast it is! If I were none the wiser, I'd think the trial were won already. Roast beef, kippers, stew, steak and kidney pie, Yorkshire pudding.
Tomorrow could be a very long day, so eat up!
In that case, I'll think I'll seat myself just here. This place appeared to be the only one set with a helping of peasant as well.
Oh, sorry, Hurley. Not there.
Why ever not? Are we in said places this evening?
Yes! And that place is for Susie's daddy!
For me?
Oh.
That's right. Especially, especially for you, Professor Mickey.
I see. Well, that's terribly kind of you. Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
It's a shame, really.
What do you mean?
Well, for a brief moment, I believed it. That Susie and I were half-sisters, I mean.
What?
What?
What do you mean? Is there another fucking weird thing going on in this family tree?
Who's the fucking dad?
Who's the father?
Dad! Dad! Dad!
I'm getting real sick of this shit.
What do you mean?
Yes, I know now. I overheard yesterday. I secretly listened in to the conversation you had after I tricked you all into thinking I'd left.
What? What?
The misunderstanding arose because of that autopsy report from 10 years ago. But actually, it turned out that neither Dr. Wilson nor Professor Mikotoba are Iris' father.
Damn.
Yes. About that, Iris. You know,
Oh.
I know. You can't tell me at the moment.
Oh.
Oh, Iris.
Guys need to make a save now. I'm actually playing.
The present is by way of an apology. I'm sorry for eavesdropping.
Oh. No,
Hey, Doc.
that's quite alright.
I forgot today was Friday.
It's okay.
And why don't I get any apologetic pheasant?
So just who is Iris' father? I suppose that's not something
We'll
we'll be
never
finding
know.
out today.
So then, let's dine while our largely pheasantless plates are still piping hot.
He's so bitter.
A fine idea, Sean. This all looks absolutely delicious.
Eat as much as you like. There are always seconds.
This could be our last chance to ask questions before tomorrow's trial. About that telegram from Japan, and about Kazuma. I can't let this opportunity slip away. Where did everyone
Oh,
go?
he's sitting like that. I love how he's sitting like that.
Mr. Sholmes, why are we the only ones here? What happened to everyone?
I made them disappear.
They're all gone. What people?
What are you doing?
Don't look in the fireplace. Oh.
Ah, Jesus
Oh.
Christ. He's miserable again. Early, it's abundantly clear that I wasn't brooding over Mikotoba's refusal to share his pheasant with me. Nevertheless. What's that nice figure? I felt the need to withdraw from the social circle for a while and look on with hungry eyes.
Ah!
Santa Claus, Agent 47.
Sorry, Holly, but I cooked that pheasant especially for Susie's daddy.
Even though I played the role of father to you for far longer.
Oh.
Mr. Sholmes? Could I discuss some things with you?
Oh, dear. Certainly, my dear fellow. I found myself quite in the mood for a spell of conversation. No doubt you're hungry to learn more about my deep love of game.
I could probably contain my curiosity on that one.
Ah, fuck. You needn't look at me in that fashion.
In what fashion?
It seems that before we discuss the pheasant, we have someone rather unpheasant matters to discuss.
Terrible. So, what was in the telegram you received back from Japan then?
Oh, this. I thank my lucky stars it arrived in time. Record found as indicated, duplicate follows.
Oh?
K. Asogi, A. Shin, T. Gregson, J. Wilson.
What? Those 4 names. We've come across that exact same list before! They came up in that unforgettable case last spring. What appeared to be a
Oh
single
no.
case that
He crashed
aggravated-
again. What?
Oh, there we go.
What? Am I here?
Aggravated murder.
Hell, nah, am I here?
Yes, you're
Okay.
you're
Yeah.
back.
What appeared to be a simple case of aggravated murder turned out to be a masking, monumental intrigue. A plot that involved the sale of a British governmental secrets to foreign states. In exposing the means by which those secrets were being leaked, we decipher a fragment of a message. K. Asogi, A. Shin, T. Gregson, and J. Wilson. We didn't find the names out until the case was over, and we never did get to the bottom of what they meant. All we knew was that the information had been sent by somebody in the British government to somebody in Japan. So, why are the names coming up again now?
Funny.
Yes. Where did it send your telegram to discover them, Mr. Sholmes?
And Doc died.
I have to hear the message I had wired yesterday. Allow me to read it to you. Enter Judge Chikoku's office. Undetected and investigate telegram record. expect to find communication from Britain dated 1 year ago. List of 4 names need by tomorrow. Naruhodo.
What?
Damn. Well.
Send it to a detective I know who specializes in clandestine missions of this nature.
Yeah!
Not got someone to take such an onerous task for you?
Osanaga mention! Let's go!
And in my name?
Dead of tuberculosis.
I wonder what guise he opted for this time.
My dear fellows, it was a matter of great urgency, you understand.
Anyway, the list of names was found in Sashiro's office as Shones predicted. So you mean that mysterious collection of names that was sent from Britain to Japan was...
It was sent to Judge Shikoku! He was the intended recipient!
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't believe it.
But that doesn't answer the question of what the list of names actually signifies.
Yeah.
I did formulate a hypothesis about that,
Yeah.
but without a shred of evidence, I couldn't possibly have shared it.
Mr. Shones? Looks deadly serious for once. Alright, let's talk about this now.
Oh boy.
That tragedy we had to go through on yesterday. Bruh. It was all for nothing! Kazuma wasn't dead at all! We were completely taken in by the lie you told us. Your great detective's lie.
I took no pleasure in deceiving you. However, at the time,
I just think it's really funny.
all that concerned me
Whoa.
was preventing the young man's study tour from taking place, whatever the cost.
What?
Capitalized on the events that transpired to see he was sent back to Japan.
His remains, you mean?
Precisely, Mr. Sato. And then I made sure that somebody else was sent to Britain in his stead.
Oh my, you mean?
The arrangement between our two countries was already in place. One university student lawyer and one judicial assistant to be accommodated on a study tour. In other words, by arranging for someone else to fill the place originally intended for Mr. Asel.
Jeez.
I would successfully prevent the man from arriving on our shores for several years at least.
Wait, do you mean to say that it was all in aid of stopping Kazuma coming to Britain? That's why you...
Think back, Mr. Naruhodo. Was there not somebody who quite casually urged you to continue on the voyage to England?
Yeah, Sholmes did. Despite Hosonaga being like, what the fuck? Yay, Hosonaga! I get to do his voice again! The terms of this study tour were negotiated by the Department of Justice in both Great Britain and Japan. In the light of Mr. Asogi's unfortunate death, I'm afraid the study tour can no longer go ahead.
You look vastly different in the
This
first
is
game.
immediately followed by.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm just gonna stream Death Garden here.
1 second. My dear fellow, the majority of problems have an extremely simple solution, you know.
Eh?
All you require is one lawyer, and the study tour can continue. Surely.
But there's no one else with the necessary qualifications, Mr. Sholmes. We know of no other lawyer.
Yes, you know. The voyage to London still promises a good month of time. Ample opportunity, I would say, to find yourselves another suitable lawyer.
We scared them away.
Good.
I don't like when random people join in. It scares me.
So I just hate them. So, you manipulated me? I'm going to fucking kill you!
Off. Jesus Christ. I've often remarked on the extraordinary lengths to which our friendship will drive. Oh, which friendship will drive a man.
Who said this was friendship? You liar!
I was quite sure that you would rise to the challenge for your late friend.
I don't believe it! I'm no ace attorney!
But if those all contrived...
I ain't the turnabout terror.
I mean, what happened was treated by the authorities as murder. A woman was mistakenly arrested as a perpetrator. What do you suppose became of her?
Naturally, I did not allow the misapprehension to have any serious repercussions. I subsequently explained everything and assisted the unfortunate soul in finding the foreign refuge.
She arrived at America. That's great.
That's good.
I seem to remember Mrs. Attenhai had some rather strong words for her. And she didn't even kill anyone.
It's definitely not that person. Well, she was certainly not devoid of all guilt. She deserved every word, I'm sure.
I wonder if she made it to America then.
I'm afraid I simply cannot comprehend it. Why would you go to such lengths, Mr. Sholmes?
It was a pretty
Well,
funny
funny.
joke, not gonna lie.
Why were you so determined to stop Cosima from reaching Britain?
The truth is, 12 months ago, there was already a very tangible omen of impending tragedy. An omen at this very moment in time is close at hand.
What, the statute of limitations or something?
Probably.
An omen of all these tragic events that already existed a year ago is close at hand? We need to find out exactly what Mr. Sholmes knows. You've got to present evidence to me for the thingy. Go ahead. There was no room for doubt with your instruction in the telegram, Mr. Sholmes. You were very clear that it was Judge Goku's office that should be searched, so... You obviously knew that's where the list of names will be found.
A. Asogi, A. Shin, T. Gregson, J. Wilson.
But we only learned of these 4 names just over 6 months ago now. Only because they appeared as part of a top secret government communication that were leaked.
That's true. Yeah. That's true, yes. but at the time, you were unaware of the background. You see, those 4 names were wiped to Japan.
I don't know what that means.
Around 6 months before that, approximately this time last year, in fact, when you were both still in Japan. It would be hypocrisy on my part to fuck me. To it would really be hypocrisy on my part to reprove others for intercepting state secrets. Because after all,
What?
oh good.
Whoa.
I'm perpetually eavesdropping on communications between the British and Japanese governments.
You are asking to die. You are perpetually doing what? How?
Never mind the details, but you should know.
I'm a wanted criminal now.
True. No secret is safe from Sherlock Holmes when he has designs on knowing it.
Oh my, Mr. Sholmes! What a fabulous line!
That's a good line.
What?
I'm gonna
That's a
just
good
kill
line.
everybody on this fucking island. Now, 1 month after that list of 4 names was wired to the recipient, Jigoku in Japan. Dr. John H. Wilson was murdered. As soon as I learned from the incident, a hypothesis rather rapidly took shape in my mind. As it turned out, I was partly correct and partly mistaken.
Excuse me.
Let's just grab this gun with us. And nonetheless, it was the beginning of all tragic events that were to follow.
Mr. Sholmes, please, tell us all you know! Tell us about these 4 names and the tragedy to which they are all somehow connected!
They're all British. Something, I don't fucking know. Leave me alone.
Planning
You
World
leave it
War.
alone.
We're planning World War, Miss Susato.
As I said, when I learnt of Dr. Wilson's murder in Japan, my mind immediately turned to those 4 names because, you see, there was someone else on the list who I believed to be recently deceased.
What? Who?
A Shin, as it is transcribed in Japanese script, in the actual fact, Miss Asa Shin.
They really just.
That was a familiar name to me. She was a professional killer, well known among London's unsavory classes.
She could kill me anytime.
Goddamn it.
Okay, Nick.
Oh, I
Get the
see.
gun.
Back in the horny jail you
Hit him with
go.
hammers.
But she had completely vanished from existence several months before Dr. Wilson's murder.
Probably because she went to Japan.
So I came to the logical conclusion that she herself had been killed.
No. I mean, you were correct in worrying, because
Yeah,
3 of them did end up dying.
And accordingly, I became fearful for the lives of the remaining 2 persons on the list.
Kei Asoki and T. Gregson.
Oh my god, I'm the worst fucking shot known to man. Owning our proximity, I decided to take measures to protect Gregson myself. Yeah, that didn't work. But I determined it would be safest if young Sogi were to stay away from Britain.
Ah, so that's why you went to such lengths to prevent his study tour from going ahead.
Oh, 'cause you didn't want him to die. Nah.
Exactly.
So, you already knew who
I don't know,
Kazuma-sama was, Mr. Sholmes.
Playing Danganronpa Hard Edition, but instead of playing Monokuma, I have to play Agent 47 and kill everybody on this fucking island, regardless if they have a talent or not.
Oh yes.
I'm not very good at this game.
Sholmes and I have exchanged correspondence for years. I'd recounted many tales about Sogi to him in my letters, and the news of Dr. Wilson's death, of course.
Oh, Iris is sad.
Hmm.
No.
Aww.
So, Dr.
Dad!
Wilson is dead then.
Who's Dr.
I didn't
Wilson?
know.
The first victim in this game.
Yeah.
Oh, Iris.
Not Dr. Wilson Young, the cardiologist. It's not what I'm looking for. Not James Wilson from fucking House.
Well, technically,
Dad!
technically, before his name got changed, it was
Oh, this
Watson.
dude. I feel so bad for Iris.
Who's the
Such-
father?
I don't even remember.
I know he wasn't my daddy, but still, that's very sad.
I thought we were supposed to figure out her father like 2 chapters ago, but
I know.
I guess I remembered things wrong. I don't even remember
Something's going on with her
I don't
family
even remember
tree.
if we even figured out her father.
I have no idea. They could just make it open-ended, I guess.
I think Iris's father is the friend we made along the way.
Iris's father, in the end, is Sholmes.
James Bond.
His father is dead! Dead! Murdered! Killed by assassins! Rip the band-aid off!
I'm so sorry, Iris. We knew there was significance with the name, obviously.
They didn't even do it for the vine!
We just couldn't bring ourselves to tell you.
No.
Why are you shooting? Oh my god.
But what
Oh,
you just told us, Mr. Sholmes, doesn't completely tie in with the facts. There's one big hole in your hypothesis.
A big hole, Mr. Netherhobo?
Ah, yes. You mean about Asa Shin, I presume.
Oh, of course.
Exactly. She wasn't killed, was she? She was in Japan, posing as a visiting student under the assumed name of Giselle Brett.
I'm glad you're keeping up, my dear fellow. So I sure shit ain't. And I only became aware of that fact 2 days ago, in the foyer of the Great Waterloo Hotel. Waterloo! I don't know how that song goes. And upon hearing that startling revelation, the hypothesis that I formed surrounding those 4 names was completely turned topsy.
What? Topsy?
The turns have tabled.
The tables have turned.
What do you mean when you say a hypothesis would turn topsy, Mr. Sholmes?
I'm not stuck in here. No, you're not stuck in here with me. I'm stuck.
I'm stuck in here with you.
I'm fucking terrified.
Get me out of here.
I had believed all
That's not
4
good
names.
at all!
I have believed all 4 names on the list to be names of victims.
Nope.
Wish I had a sniper. However, I was mistaken.
Very much so. Assassin was a killer. So this telegram is a list of both victims and killers, is it?
Indeed.
Shelly
would
D
seem-
killer.
And it would seem that Miss Shin
No, we'll see him in the next collection.
was dispatched from Britain with the sole intention of dispatching Dr. Wilson.
Yep. So, jeez,
Visiting
yeah.
student status merely being a front.
You're really headed out for each other.
Which would, of course, explain why no motive could be determined for her actions.
So the real reason Dr. Wilson was killed by Asa Shin
John Ace Turner.
is because he was the target of an assassination.
Well, that pipe. And for armed with that knowledge, fresh consideration of this telegram. What's the list in a very different perspective?
What do you mean? Oh.
Does it not strike you? Is another among the four.
Cosmo was gonna kill
That button,
Gregson.
Who subsequently became a village student.
Well, Neo, your Blorbo's a fucking assassin.
Oh, no!
Wait, you mean...
You always pick the killers.
I don't do this on purpose.
But of course, a name you know too well.
You have a type. It's gotta kill someone.
You
It's
mean
concerning.
Kazuma?
What? You mean the person who's very obviously the killer is a killer?
What? Impossible.
When Genja's sword gets his legs back, this theme is gonna play. He did say in court earlier today.
That all you see
It's
is violence in movies and sex on TV.
But where are those
And
good,
those good old-fashioned values.
I'm singing way off key.
And we used to rely. I don't remember the
Look,
last.
because Zuma's a killer.
I have a branding
Yes.
iron. I'll
On
take
31st October, I accompanied Inspector Gregson to
it. Look at
Dunkirk
this.
in order to carry out a mission.
A mission where I kill people! Violently with a sword.
Earrings, necklace, hat, no hair, dehydrated, sweet tooth, and has a secret meaning. He has hair, so it's not him.
And Mask died.
Oh, sorry, I'm playing Ratchet and Clank. And the mission was, I didn't realize we're still in court. Oh, wait, no, this is...
There's a
Flashback.
flashback.
The assassination of the Mark.
A young Mr. Asogi accepted that mission a year ago.
Why would he do that? Why would he?
For the funny! We've already established the memes are always the motive.
In conclusion,
He's actually doing,
this
he's actually
document
doing his
is a
big
contract
WWE
of
heel
sorts.
turn.
An international agreement, one might say, dealing an assassination exchange.
Jesus.
Assassination exchange? How could Cosmo possibly have got involved in something like that?
For the funny.
It's a bit.
They literally just traded one assassin to another assassin for country respect. I respect that.
Why do you
It's
respect that?
Hey, sometimes we need assassins to get rid of pesky people in the world. Don't quote me on that. I'm cutting this section out.
Let's assume that we
And
have two
then
parties.
Nick deleted the video.
And was never seen again. Let's assume we have two parties, which wishing to dispose of a distinct individual. Those two parties then make a contract to swap their respective assassination targets. I'm a custodian, leave me alone, I'm allowed to have guns. That would then be an assassin exchange.
Well, to begin with, the British assassin is dispatched as a visiting student to Japan, where she kills her target. And then the Japanese assassin is dispatched as a visiting student to Britain in order to eliminate his target.
Oh god.
Certainly does sound like an exchange.
Cosmo really is a sleeper agent.
Oh god.
But what on earth is the point? Don't forget, Naruto, that the British assassin at least escaped conviction, thanks to the diplomatic immunity afforded by consular jurisdiction. Oh yes. Such jurisdiction should be null and void under terms of the new treaty between our two countries. So the fact that it was brought into play suggests intervention at the very highest levels. The highest levels?
The highest levels.
The highest levels.
The greater
These-
good.
All the greater good.
Nope,
These
stop
murder-
that.
These murders were two sides of the same coin, linked by not a common motive, but by contractual agreement. Press this button. Touch. As such, they appeared utterly unrelated. Yet in truth, the assassins were complicit in one singular devilish scheme. That doesn't lead me anywhere. That dissociation and safeguard of diplomatic community were, I believe, the motivation behind this plot.
But wait a minute, Sholmes.
No,
If this telegram really is describing the exchange of assassins as you're suggesting, it would mean that the Japanese killer target was never Sashiro Goku at all. It would mean Asogi's target was actually Inspector Gregson. What? Cosmo was here for Gregson? So Judge Goku wasn't actually the mark? Oops, sorry.
okay. But wait, I wasn't even looking. Oh, that's Sato saying that, not Jones.
And Skipper died.
Yes, that's exactly what it would mean.
I hold myself personally responsible for failing to keep the inspector safe.
You're right. Fuck you, Sholmes.
I'm sorry.
Mr. Sholmes.
Oh,
I told
that's
him
why
of
he
my-
was going to France.
I told him of my fears and implored him to seek a transfer to an overseas position. Hold on, I'm trying to find my charging cable. Obviously, with the young pickpocket in tow.
Yes, Gina. Come to think of it, Inspector Gregson did mention that to us at the Great Expedition. that he'd be transferring to Paris police and taking Gina with him.
But without informing me, he engaged in one last assignment, it seems.
And that. Yeah.
And sadly, it turned out to be his very last.
This is too much to take in. Ah! Oh, hi, Iris.
Alright, everyone, that's quite enough of all that serious talk for one day.
Please, say something funny.
Isn't it, honey? I mean, look at the time.
Ah, quite right, Iris. We must conclude our preparations for tomorrow.
Are you just gonna let that food get cold? What preparation? Well, I think I should make my way back to my hotel room now. This has certainly been a night to remember.
It is a little bit sad, though. I mean, I like the idea of you being my daddy.
Aw.
Because then Susie would have been my big sister.
I'm sorry, Iris. Nah,
It's still your family, though.
yeah.
Aw.
You could still be
I know, I
familiar with
think
each
it's
other.
the same thing.
Will you?
No.
Hold on.
I was just saying that to make you feel
I mean, if
better,
you-
but now that you said
The
that,
fats-
no.
I'm gonna have to kill everyone on this fucking world. Where are they? There they are.
All those loopers better beware.
Somebody like me would be worthy. I would be delighted to become your sister.
Aww. This mission's pissing me off.
That was Iris, Skipper. I heard that.
What? Sholmes in disguise, what do you mean?
Spy versus spy.
Is my phone not turning on?
What? Really?
Oh yeah, I heard
Oh
Sebastian.
yeah, without question.
I heard Sebastian DeBest's new objection voice line. Not bad.
So, you'll teach me all the ways you know how to throw Runa to the floor?
What?
Yes.
That's cute.
Objection.
Open the fucking door.
Hey Neo.
What?
Fucking Sebastian DeBest's Pokemon would be a slow poke.
Given to him by his dad,
Yeah.
while his dad would have a slow king.
Yeah.
Your turn, Skipper.
Yes, yes, of course, it would be my pleasure.
You didn't have to agree quite so readily.
Oh, but wait a minute. Susie's going to be my big sister. You can be my big brother if you want, Runa.
Huh? I mean, yes, of course. If you have me, I'll gladly be your brother.
Aw, that's so cute. That's so cute.
Ace Attorney had like a
Oh,
lot.
done, Iris. We must always be mindful of feelings. I've raised you so well.
Ace, Ace Attorney really does have a lot of great found family.
Yeah.
Because being sensitive is your strong suit, naturally.
What am I gonna lose, family?
And well, well, and the next collection, obviously, because of Edgeworth.
Uh-oh.
Oi, I'm gonna work extra hard for tomorrow now, because it's for my big brother and sister.
What's with all this talk about preparing for tomorrow? Preparing what?
You'll just have to wait and see.
Bitch.
My favorite, well, like, one of my favorite tropes ever is just Band of Merry Weirdos found family.
Yeah, that's just rain code.
Yeah, exactly, and that's just Danganronpa 2. And fucking...
Sorry.
Yeah.
Good luck
And
in
now
tomorrow. I'm expecting a
The Right
stay.
Anything Agency and these guys.
I'll do my best, of course.
We need less found families. We need more people who fucking hate each other.
That's fun too.
That's Danganronpa.
Yeah.
Nah,
That's like Danganronpa V3.
And maybe Project Eden's
There's a merry
Garden.
bunch of assholes who fucking hate each other.
So the overnight break in the trial's proceedings became a crucial turning point,
Yeah, that's V3 and the Peacekeepers.
exposing new truths while posing in new conundrums. That list of 4 names on the telegram Judge Igoku's office, and the extraordinary assassination plot in which my boyfriend had somehow become involved.
I don't want to talk about it.
Murderer, 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 murderer.
Murderer.
Funny, funny.
I felt as though I had been plunged into an even greater darkness all of a sudden. At the
Darkness
same time,
Imprisoning me. All I see. That's a horror.
I felt sure I
Bargains.
would see the light
Imprisoning me.
again
All I
soon.
see. Absolute savings. What a great deal. What a great find.
Screenshot!
Aww. Screenshot.
Because I was lucky to have
Aww.
the most wonderful
That's so
family in the
cute.
world standing steadfastly behind me. Oh wow, dude, it really is
An
a
asshole
found family.
murderer. And a horrible murderer.
Be continued.
This really is a Danganronpa.
True. The resolve of Rei Nosuke Naruhodo. Ba. Hello.
Boom, 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 boom.
Ah! I'm getting married. Good for you, Strongheart.
Before we begin today, I have a brief announcement. Shadow the Hedgehog is a bitch-ass motherfucker. He pissed on my fucking wife. He said his dick was this big.
That's disgusting.
Too much information. Parasocial.
Well, you know something, Shadow? Look at that. That's my dick. It looks like 2 bowls and a bong. But
Sounds.
I'm not pissing on your wife, Shadow. I'm pissing,
Pissing
on the moon!
moon.
Take that, Obama! Or
I
is it
pissed on the moon,
Washington?
you
It's
idiot.
Obama.
Take that, Washington!
How do you like that, Obama? I pissed on the moon, you
Pissed
idiot.
on the moon, you idiot.
You all have
You have
about
24
4
hours
hours
before the
before the
piss
piss
droplets hit the
droplets-
fucking earth. Now
Now
get out of my fucking
sight
sight
before
before I piss on you too.
as with the close.
I think I prefer the hero version, though. Hey, everybody. I know you keep an eye on my stocks, but fuck you. They're mine. I'm keeping the stocks.
I need a minute.
What's wrong,
God damn
Ryunosuke?
it! I
Don't you
ruined
support gay rights?
Yes.
Haha, one!
One!
I need to rewatch. Focus. Reel it in.
Head the game.
As with the As with the closed trial 10 years ago, some astonishing facts have come to light in these proceedings. The revelation that the well-known Reaper is an organization illegally executing its own brand of justice. Talon! And the discovery that a respected yard inspector was at its heart until he himself perished in an assassination plot. Is all Chi-Chi Bobo's completely fucking insane?
I agree.
I hold you in contempt of court. I hold you in contempt of court. I hold everyone here in contempt of court. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool, and fuck you, I'm out. Guilty. Well, I say to all members of the judiciary here, President
Sir, this is a
Skajan,
McDonald's.
fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck
Sir,
you.
this is a
You're cool.
Wendy's.
There's a Wendy's. Are you gonna get a fucking snow cone or not?
I say to all members of the judiciary
I
present at this
I heard
occasion,
you. It's just my controller died.
The Reaper strikes again.
Aw, they playing his fucking theme. I was hoping for the other one.
Everybody.
Already playing Hitman. You don't have to sing the song.
That we will stop at nothing to uncover the whole truth behind these disturbing findings. Anyway, your boyfriend's a murderer. Counsels, you will undertake this trial with the resolve to pursue the truth to the bitter end.
Hey, that's the name of the second game. And my chapter. Resolve. Yes, that's my intention. Take a shot every time they say resolve.
Under the floorboards, under the floorboards, under the floorboards, under the floorboards. My lord, if I may inquire. Silence, bitch! Need the defendant may speak. On what grounds is Kazuma Impact permitted to continue his role as prosecutor?
This will be relevant in a couple of 100 years.
Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, everything just went quiet.
Colluding with the victim in a plot to assassinate an innocent man. He's also a bitch-ass motherfucker who owes me so much money. By the way, you owe is going up every single second. I hope you know that, bitch boy. You shouldn't be enjoying the privilege of freedom, let alone leading the prosecution.
Yeah, but he's the only prosecutor in the country, so...
I am right here!
Yeah, but you're the defendant.
I can switch sides. I have working legs.
Strongheart breaks his legs. Not anymore.
I am a vampire.
Oh, you're right. Looks in his chest of tools, pulls out vampire killer. Come here.
that only works on Dracula.
It can work on you too. It works on any monster.
Only it works on. Only thing it works on me is if we go to that gentleman's club, the dick sticks and more dicks. If you're catching my goal, yeah.
And Neo died.
Sorry. I submitted a written petition to Lord Strongheart, requesting that judgment on my transgressions be delayed by 1 day.
Oh, that's ironic.
You did what? Is that fuck?
Okay.
People,
People just can't get away with anything these days.
murder is legal for 24 hours. You did what? You can write.
In today's proceedings, I intend to expose everything. My whole life for the last 10 years has all been leading up to this one day.
Kazuma.
Whatever the outcome of this trial, I give my word that I will accept whatever punishment is deemed appropriate, however severe. And I suggest you prepare yourself for the same, Reaper!
Kazuma is bristling with hostility today. I'm in the house like heartbeat. I get the distinct impression we're heading into a very
What about
dangerous
an
territory.
armies? Are you buying the beef and cheddar?
Nah, Arby's make me gassy.
You are buying the beef and cheddar!
Is that really even Kazuma-sama standing before us?
No. I think it's the Reaper, bro.
I'm gonna have to head out early. I'm not feeling great.
As an extreme exception
All right,
to all
Doc.
practices, I've granted this
I'm having the big
prosecutor's
angie.
request.
See you guys later.
Hi, Doc.
See ya, Doc.
Bye.
Bye.
Defense finds this acceptable, I presume. Yeah.
Ah! Yes, my lord! Ah, fuck! Stop doing that!
In that one case, in the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session again. What do you mean the Queen's dead?
There we go, the Elden Ring music.
Dun, 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 dun. We resume the closed hearing of Barack Van Zeeks.
The defense is ready, my lord.
The prosecution is more than ready.
This is giving off Edgeworth and Phoenix vibe just by those words said. You have very gray eyes.
Very well then. The preamble has taken long enough. Prosecutor Impact. Begin. Begin Genshining.
As you wish, my lord. The prosecution calls the first witness to the stand. Bring Sashiro Jigoku into the courtroom.
At last, then, we reached the final battle. He's putting literally everything on the line now in order to get to the truth. Come on, Ryunosuke. It's time for that steely resolve, because this is going to test it to the limit.
Witness, state your name and occupation for the court.
Jigoku.
1 second. Got a cutscene. So it was you who issued this, was it? Oi, cunt!
Which one?
Yes!
The... and Neo died.
Sorry.
Oh,
Your subpoena? I did what was necessary.
look at what the young man's become. Go back to being dead hilariously. I didn't think I'd see the day where I'd see. You take that down with me, I must say. The witness will ensure his responses are pertinent to the questions asked. But I just want to get back to hell. I had a fucking anchor ready, a length of rope. Gonna go right on back, but no, I'm gonna get subpoenaed for fucking court. My name is Sashiro Jikoku, currently possessed by the spirit of greed, a Supreme Court judge from the Empire of Japan, and a sin from the depths of hell.
16 years ago, this man came to London as a visiting student. 6 years later, he returned to Japan. As well as presiding over the Supreme Court, he is also currently Japan's Minister of Foreign Affairs.
That's kind of high up in the governmental status.
I am, of course, fully aware of Mr. Jikoku and his preeminent roles. I invited him personally to the International Forensic Science Symposium as a representative of his culture, his
Country.
country. Country! I hear he also played a key role in the conclusion of the Anglo-Japanese Treaty of Friendship and Navigation. Now, it was a great honor to be involved in the negotiations, but put my all into that treaty I did.
Judge
Oh, he
Goku, I must ask.
Well, I never. The fine Mandarin student turned up here of all places. Kill anyone lately?
You acquitted me yourself, and now I'm a practicing defense lawyer.
A knife.
No.
Yeah, full self-importance like your friend across the courtroom, I see.
You came here to London by invitation to the International Forensic Science Symposium. But then, without informing anyone of your plans, you took flight to France.
Took flight. Did you turn a phrase?
Then explain yourself! What exactly were the circumstances?
Airplane. No, I mean ship. I'll be right back. I have to get food.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not sure I like that or not. Oh. Sorry, I bought what is called a dirty Dr. Pepper from Sonic.
Oh.
It's Dr. Pepper with like coconut milk and like there's limes floating in here. Oh, someone expecting this. So I'm sorry to say. Oh my god. I decline to comment.
What?
Jeez.
Leaving the country prematurely when I was invited, guess might be questionable etiquette. But more decisions unrelated to this case, and I can't be bound to testify. Unrelated, you say? I appreciate the respected police inspector has been killed, for which I offer my condolences. However, being an alien, I obviously never met the man, nor do I know the first thing about him. He's possessed by a demon and is also an alien. I know they mean like, you know, not
Yeah,
possessed by
foreign.
the hell.
Yeah.
But alien as in space is much funnier. As such,
All
I'm
I
in no
can-
position to testify. Simple
All I
as
can
that.
think of is that stupid video I have where like someone's mic was like broken and they just sounded like a fucking alien. I need to find that video. It's
So
so
you would
funny.
run from all this?
I know I downloaded it recently. There. I put it muted.
Beg your pardon?
This case is more far-reaching than the murder of Inspector Gregson. It has ties to another murder, a case that was tried in Japan almost a year ago now.
A year ago in Japan. The murder of Dr. John H. Wilson, you mean?
That's right. And you, Judge Ikoku, are the heart of both cases. The defense has evidence to prove it.
Well, Ryunosuke, I see from the look in your eyes that you're resolved to carry this through to the very end, too. Let's see your evidence, then. What proof do you have that Seishiro Jigoku is involved in this case?
This is a telegram detailing a communication sent between Britain and Japan approximately 1 year ago. The communication contained 4 names: K. Asogi, A. Shin, T. Gregson, and J. Wilson.
What? Oh. Oh no, you didn't like that. He's angry.
He's gonna be like, did you win in my fucking room while in Britain? What the fuck?
Yeah.
And this is where the right-hating bloodline will start, right here.
You little... Where'd you get that from?
In Tokyo, from your office, Judge Shikoku.
How on earth did you...
What's this all about? Why is my name on that list? Oh, you know very well why your name is on that list.
This list of 4 names follows a certain pattern. T. Gregson and J. Wilson are the names of victims. K. Asogi and A. Shin are the names of assassins.
No.
Yes. A year ago in Tokyo, Dr. John H. Wilson's life was taken in a Western-style restaurant in the capital. You're excused. The corporal was found to be visiting a student who went by the name of Giselle Brett. She could kill me anytime.
Nick!
Down!
Get the water bottle.
Has it?
But her real name was Asash Shin. A personal killer sent on a mission to kill from Great Britain. You can... Courtroom went so quiet you can hear a pin drop.
A Shin and her victim J. Wilson.
And the murder that just took place here in London was a counterpart of that crime. An assassin sent from Japan, also a visiting student, Kazuma Asogi, whose victim was the British police inspector, Tobias Gregson.
Kei Asogi and T. Gregson. One assassin from each country to kill a target residing in the other.
What exactly is the defense suggesting?
These two cases, a murder, one that took place in Britain and one in Japan, were masterminded by a pair of individuals from each country as a form of assassin exchange. And the telegram the defense has acquired is proof of this international contract to kill!
What? What?
The telegram was found in your office, Judge Ikoku. In other words, the mastermind in Japan was you!
Judge Jigoku, what's this all about?
And you, Kazuma, you lied. During yesterday's proceedings, you acknowledged that you accepted the assassination mission. But the mark wasn't Judge Jigoku at all. It was T. Gregson, Detective Inspector, Scotland Yard. As shown by the name of the killing contract.
Very impressive, Ryunosuke. But actually, I didn't lie.
What?
The name of the target I was ordered to kill never passed my lips yesterday.
Oh yeah, he's right.
The idea that Seishiro Jigoku was the mark came entirely from you!
Ah! You deliberately avoided saying a name?
Smart.
I got outgooned.
The defense claims these four names indicate some sort of international assassin exchange.
God, he's so fucking tall.
I'm sure I speak for all present when I say that the very idea seems utterly absurd. Well, Mr. Jinkoku, what do you have to say for yourself?
His silence only goes to prove his guilt. Assassin Mastermind says what?
There's another very important point that this new development brings to light. There's now a distinct possibility that the scene of Inspector Gregson's actual murder was in the witness's cabin aboard the SS Brazil.
Judge Shikoku, you have to testify now. To refuse will put you in contempt of court.
There's no need for quite such a vicious stare there, young man. Very well then, as a bottom gift to you all, tell you everything I know. I
that.
Seems this Japanese gentleman has information that the court must hear about the alleged assassin exchange in the events. Pardon me. On the night of the 31st of October. Present your formal testimony now. As you wish, my lord. It's true that Kazuma Impact was assigned the assassination mission 1 year ago now. Target was Inspector Tay Gregson. That was a condition of the British study tour. However, in the end, something happened that meant the young man was unable to carry out his mission. Man, he has been awfully quiet.
Yeah.
What?
We just straight up had him say, like, yeah, he was assigned to kill Gregson a year ago.
Yeah.
I think they're at
On
the
the evening
stage of
in question.
acceptance.
A member of the crew was on duty outside the cabin at the time. If there'd been a shot fired, the crewmate would have heard it, so I clearly can't be involved. Fuck you.
He's got a point.
Oh, that's just pure lime juice.
So you admit it then, as this communication suggests. There really was an assassin exchange agreement between Britain and Japan?
A political endeavor at the highest level, not something I can discuss here.
To use such a worthy practice as a foreign study to coerce somebody to commit murder. It's the most appalling thing I've ever heard!
Appalling. That's easy to judge.
Yeah.
Pardon?
Asogi had a reason for taking his sword. That British inspector, you know.
What?
Which is why he accepted the mission in the first place. Ain't that right, Council?
Kasuma-sama?
Judge Ikoku, if you are the mastermind behind this operation in Japan, then tell the court the identity of your counterpart in Britain! He ain't gonna spill, man.
No.
I could probably guess who it is, though.
I'm not obliged to divulge that information.
As I said yesterday, I've killed nobody. I freely
Okay,
admit
that's
that I
fine.
accepted the mission, but on the night of the plan was to be executed, I backed out. In short, this assassin exchange that the defense has identified is unrelated to the events of this case.
Crucial point is this. Your police inspector got and perished aboard that steamship in Dunkirk. If he'd been shot in the cabin, it's inconceivable that a member of the crew wouldn't have heard it.
That's right. Gregson was killed after returning to London, in the room on Fresno Street. And the perpetrator of the crime was the Reaper, Barack Van Zeeks. The prosecution's accusation remains unchanged.
Heh. Machiavellian.
To think, such a seemingly innocent foreign exchange program was a facade for such a Machiavellian dealings. Clearly, it's a plot only a government minister and high-ranking judge such as the witness could hope to execute.
Oh? Thanks for that tidbit, Judge Shikoku.
Well, I seem to recall it was something on the British side who controlled everything. Be that as it may, it is not the place of this court to pursue this villainous assassin exchange plot. Foreign exchange programs, but for the funny murder. We're only concerned with the tangible offense pertaining to the murder of Inspector Gregson. Is the defense clear on that point, counsel?
I guess. Yes, my lord. Now keep that in mind as I cross-examine the witness. I guess. I hate you, Kazuma. I hate. Our love was fake.
Hold it!
The crewman who was standing directly outside your cabin door, you mean?
That's right. A muscular man with a permanent grim expression on his face. He didn't want to move from that spot. To be honest, thought he was a miserable fella. As it happened, he was a vital witness now.
There is no doubt that Gregson was killed by a gunshot. And it's inconceivable that a crewman standing just outside the cabin door wouldn't have heard that.
engines. The noise of them could have drowned out the sound of the guns being fired.
Sadly, young judicial assistant, that won't wash. You will recall my cabin was in the first class area ship, which is also, of course, the quietest. Don't imagine for a moment anything like steerage. Where the judicial assistants go. Poor.
Dope.
He's right. You are poor. And furthermore,
I didn't mean it.
you're a bad lawyer. What? Your Honor, he's right. You are a bad lawyer. But a hole like that made by a bullet was found in your cabin, Judge Jikoku. That's compelling evidence that a gun was fired in there. Bullet! 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 And Neo died.
Sorry. What's that? A bullet hole?
I hate how smug he is.
Oh yeah, you're talking about what the detective uncovered in the war yesterday, I presume? That was obviously a rotten panel eating out more wormwood. Woodworm. No doubt he didn't find an actual bullet.
God! That's the hole in this argument.
Sadly, I was unable to arrange for the crewmen to be brought back to Britain with me. But obviously, if a gun had been fired in my cabin on the night in question, as the defense implies, I would have been arrested on the spot, mate. And would never made it to Britain in the first place. truth. Witness's logic is sound. Since no gunshot was heard from the witness's cabin on the night in question, we must assume that the witness is telling the truth. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you signed sense, my lord.
That was a nice laugh, either.
I did the Clash of Clans laugh, I'm not even gonna lie.
I know Cosmo already admitted to taking on this incredible assassination plot, but even so, hearing it confirmed by someone else is still a real shock.
It's unforgivable.
We are no longer friends!
Kazuma-sama's feelings to manipulate him into agreeing to such a despicable plan.
That was a nice crack. But I think Cosmo manipulated Judge Goku too. He completely double-crossed him.
Oh dear, it's hard not to see that as a stroke of brilliance on Kazuma-sama's part.
One way or another though, Gregson ended up dead. I really think that the murder must have happened aboard that steamship.
So you mean...
Judge Goku must be lying.
I know I shouldn't let my emotions cloud my judgment. But you must destroy him, Mr. Naruhodo.
I don't have a sword.
I'm gonna do something real quick, I'll be right back.
Where are you?
What are you looking for? Ah,
Yes, as Sakura has heard, there was a crewman posted outside Judge Goku's cabin. However, we can be sure that, contrary to the witness' claim, the guard wasn't there at all times. Now we wait.
Squimblow. Squimblow.
No,
Why?
because
What?
because stop asking questions. Let it be, let it be. Well, while we waiting. You see these little things all over the place, don't you? It's a part on the top of the pocket watch that you twist to set the time, isn't it?
It's called the crown, I believe. A watch would be quite useless without one.
The crown? Like what sits on top of a monarch's head? That's a very grand name for such a tiny part. But actually,
Yes, Mr. Naruhodo?
if this is a crown, I have a feeling I might have seen a monarch around here somewhere with a very bare head.
If by monarch you mean pocket... Uh-oh. Watch, then I'm quite sure you have.
What do you think, Mr. Sato?
I feel sure I know exactly what will fit here.
Really?
Guilty! Guilty!
I was just thinking precisely the same thing.
We're about to see that the little round component is actually part of Inspector Gregson's broken pocket watch.
Really? I was just thinking precisely that too. No, I wasn't.
Perfect fit.
I knew it! Alright, perhaps you knew it.
I'll make a note of this new information at once.
Great, now we're gonna have to tell Neil what happened. Hey, Herman. I thought you left New York City. You think I leave town? Give this city to freaks like you? No way. I just need an equalizer. And now, I got it.
Alright, I'm back.
There you are. We looked at the small thingy we had, and we looked at the
pocket watch.
Yeah, this small thingy. It went with
Yeah.
Gregson's pocket watch.
Yeah, as I figured. What?
I have here a notice of a particular event that was scheduled to take place aboard the steamship on the 31st.
Jigoku now.
Say hello to the seismic harness construction resource, or as I like to call it, the shocker. I'm about to shock everyone here. This mustache is annoying my fucking nose.
Where'd you get that?
It's evidence gathered by Mr. Herlock Sholmes. You were acquainted yesterday, if you remember.
Sherlock Jones again.
According to the itinerary, after leaving the port of Dunkirk at exactly 10 p.m. and for a period of 20 minutes, all crewmen of the SS Grouse were to gather on deck for the evacuation drill.
All crewmen were away from their posts?
And during that 20-minute interval, of course, any gunshots emanating from your cabin would have been heard by no one. In summary, Judge Jigoku, you had ample opportunity to commit the crime! Oh, so he could be the assassin.
Mm-hmm. A 20-minute window of opportunity. That's an excellent find, Ryunosuke. But it amounts to nothing.
Why?
Because the witness clearly stated in his testimony that no incident occurred in his cabin. Unless you have some decisive evidence that can show his testimony to be false. Your accusation is nothing more than conjecture.
Very true. Well, Counsel?
Inspector Gregson was killed in Judge Jikoku's cabin that night. I'm certain of it. Because the defense has the evidence to prove it.
We will present the evidence for the defense at once, Counsel.
This thingy. Judge Jikoku, this was found in your cabin yesterday.
What is that? The crown of a pocket watch? A pocket watch?
And if you observe, the victim's pocket watch, which we know he treasured, is missing precisely that part.
Can't be.
Moreover, this crown is a perfect fit on the spindle protruding from the victim's watch. Now, the fact that this was retrieved from Judge Jikoku's cabin tells us that the victim watch almost certainly broke there. In other words, the victim was killed on the 31st during the 20-minute The victim was killed on the 31st during the The victim was killed on the
Oh my
31st
God.
during the 20-minute
Guilty.
evacuation. Drill.
Guilty, defense can't speak.
In the cabin occupied by you, Judge Jikoku. Yeah, I'm razor sharp. Oh, wait.
No.
Drop as a goddamn banana. Oh no, I ain't got nothing. You smell like fish. Loser, you're a loser.
Sharp as a swordfish, they say.
You'll raise a trouble, yeah, you young murderer.
Objection!
Objection. Expertly minute. I keep why is it spelled like that?
British.
Expertly maneuvered, Ryonosuke.
British derogatory.
It's so spelled so weirdly. It scares me. And your argument sounds entirely plausible. At first.
Using British spellings.
But rather like this pocket watch. It's full of cracks.
What?
And I believe Judge Jigoku feels the same way.
Well, yeah, he's being. I would hope so, considering he's, being threatened.
Yeah.
I was wrong to acquit you earlier in the year.
Bitch!
bitch.
I will happily
Sorry.
throw an innocent man in jail.
Sorry?
Ain't on my conscience. Ain't on his conscience, and I'm a fucking demon from hell. If I'd known that it would result in having to listen to this drivel, I would have declared you guilty just to spare the world of your ridiculous bombast.
Goddamn.
I think it's clear that the witness will have to give further testimony. God damn it!
That's what you get.
I'm fucking playing video games! When you hear what actually happened in the cabin that night, you'll notice the pitfall for which you stumbled.
Super pitfall?
No, the PS2 one.
No.
Prior to your renewed testimony, I would like to clarify one point. We're both churches, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The fact that this part of the victim's watch was discovered in your cabin. Pardon me?
Excuse.
Means you acknowledge he was there, I presume. Yeah, I'll do. Cunt.
Yep.
Very well then. You may proceed to give formal testimony about what exactly happened in your cabin aboard the ship on the evening of Halloween. Of course! It's a matter of the law. I have no intention of obstructing justice, fuck's sake!
Now we can't talk.
Fuck you, Super Jail! Life on the outside ain't what it used to be. No one, Super Jail,
It's
some
not.
show.
I know what you're talking about.
On the gas waiting for me when I returned to my cabin. After finishing my evening meal in the dining room. Fish and chips. When I walked through the door, a mustachioed gentleman was there, waving a gun at me.
Oi, mate, you're fucking under arrest, boy.
He just turns full demon mode. Couldn't use this on Osmodeus, so I'm gonna use it on you! I soon took care of him with an Iponseo throw. Though, go away to run away from that. After that, imagine his watch was broken when I threw him over my shoulder. Had nothing to do with this murder. Inspectors clearly killed having returned. The inspector was clearly killed having returned to Britain because his body was found in London.
Everyone's dealing with tongue twisters today.
Why did the tongue?
Itty bitty baby, itty bitty bow, itty bitty baby, itty bitty bow, itty bitty baby, itty bitty bow.
What does that even mean?
The titty twister.
Tongue twister.
Where's the titties?
I cast Irish wristwatch upon you.
Iris wristwatch, Iris wristwatch, Iris wristwatch. Iris wristwatch.
Irish wristwatch.
Irish wristwatch, Irish wristwatch, fuck.
Can't do it either.
Yeah, I know, it's like the hardest one. This one's the hardest one.
Tobot.
Tobot.
Hey, Neo.
What?
Blight.
Red bed band. Red. What?
Peter Piper packed a pack of perfect palms.
How much wood could a woodchuck pack of a woodchuck? Kachuk wood.
Iponseo.
She sells
A
seed.
cop.
Fuck. I had it and then I doubted myself.
That was intentionally done shittily.
Yeah. I could tell.
She sells.
She cells by the shore. Shore. Fuck. She sells she sells by the seashore.
She sells seashells by the
A common
seashore.
judicial martial arts technique in me country.
I'm dying.
Irish wristwatch. Irish wristwatch. Irish wristwatch.
There, you got it.
I was careful not to use too much force, but the man obviously landed too heavily for his watch to take.
So Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I imagine you can see the flaw in your logic now, can you?
Yeah, well, you can't do a tongue twister.
Fuck you.
Murderer, murderer, murderer.
The fact that the pocket watch was broken in the witness's cabin. Woe, angst be upon you. In no way proves that the victim's murder took place there.
Yes, it does.
Red bedpan, dead red man, red headband. Wait, what? Red bed.
Ah, no, fuck! Oh, no doubt the inspector intended to kill me. I didn't manage to pull the trigger.
Yes, because he was merely the tactician, not the Reaper's hand of death.
Well, the testimony appears to make perfect sense so far, I can tell you.
Hey, Neo.
What?
Red bread pan, lead bread pan, dead bread man.
Red headband, lead headband, dead headband.
Dead hard, dead hard, dead hard.
Dead hard, dead hard, dead hard.
And I may express my deep gratitude for your understanding, my lord.
But if this testimony holds, Judge Goku will be deemed to have no involvement in the case. Fuck.
Well, counsel, I really see no reason for wasting precious court time here on the cross-examination. Please stop doing that, it's unprofessional.
Sorry, my lord. The defense has a right to cross-examine. I don't intend to squander that. What the?
Jeez.
Yeah, that's right. Insult him. That will go over very well.
You're an embarrassment to your countrymen. Not knowing when you're biting. In that case, proceed, Mr. Naruhodo. Bitch.
Hold it!
but there's no evidence that proves the victim ever returned to London alive.
Take a moment to think of Joss.
You're not. Well, okay, never mind. Yeah, you are. I wonder how Iridot's doing.
He's been job searching right now.
Wow. Same, bro. Same.
Yeah.
Just take a moment
Finding
and
jobs is hard.
think that idea yours through now, Straplin.
What? I'm pretty strapped. Not gonna lie.
He's got a gun! If the inspector was killed on the steamship in France, how on earth could he make him going back to Britain? When people die, their bodies
They're
remain in
killed.
the same spot. It's a devil of a thing.
Well, then, obviously the culprit must have moved the body. Oh, I get how he did it now.
Mm.
He must have put Gregson's body in that fucking case he was hiding in.
Oh boy. Just stuffed it with full of ice.
Ice, ice, baby!
How exactly?
If anyone asks, he's drunk.
Carrying a corpse off a ship in your arms would raise a few eyebrows at least, don't you think?
Well, yeah, that's true, but...
All passengers' luggage is inspected when it is unloaded from arriving vessels. And I would like to think the Border Police would query the corpse of an English gentleman as hand luggage.
If the murder had taken place aboard the ship, you would imagine the body would have been disposed of at sea. There would be no sense in risking being caught by attempting to transport the body back to Britain.
Ah! That killed the idea then.
But perhaps not!
Mrs. Otto?
We heard that the first-class passengers are under constant scrutiny by the crewmen posted to guard them. Which would mean that the culprit had no opportunity to dispose of the body in the sea.
Yes, that's true. So transporting the body to Britain may have been the only viable alternative.
Dear me, you're really new to this, aren't you? I thought I'd been perfectly clear, but it seems I'm gonna have to explain it in words you can understand. I really ought to order more testimony. I think I'll order my testimony with your consent, of course, my lord. I have no objection. State your amended testimony now.
New dialogue. Stop looking at me with those brown eyes. No, wait.
There's no possible way I could have transported the victim's corpse back to Britain.
Hahaha. I told you this photo would be important.
Oh boy.
There's no possible way you could have moved Inspector Gregson's body, you say? I would say the opposite is true.
What's that supposed to mean?
Far from being impossible for you to do. The transporting Inspector Gregson's body back to Britain is something only you could do. Cause he's a dignitary. So he's exempt for like his luggage being checked out. Doesn't have isn't having political powers nice? And Neo died.
Sorry. What are you talking about, Ryunosuke?
As well as being a judge, Mr. Jigoku is also Japan's Minister of Foreign Affairs. Which means he's exempt from having his luggage searched when he enters the country.
So yeah, they just took a picture with a dead body.
Murder selfie. Huh.
Sucks to suck, doesn't it?
Hey, you're probably wondering how I got here.
Oi, I'm Inspector Gregson. Tobias Gregson, if you fancy. You're probably wondering how I got here. Well, it all started back on a ship.
It just zooms in on the suitcase. In black and white.
Horrible recreation of the event that transpired. We learned that when we first met you upon your arrival in London. Well, all those passport checks and luggage searches on the border took rather a lot of time. I must say I'm very envious of your minstrel status. You didn't have to go through any of that, did you?
Oh, I knew you were jealous. God.
I presume you recall this, Judge Jigoku? It's a photograph we took in the foyer of the hotel to mark the occasion. As the court would know, you had with your large travel trunk. Large enough, in fact, to have a corpse inside!
Mr. Naruhodo, surely you're not suggesting...
I'm afraid I am, yes. 3 days ago, when we were chatting innocently with the new arrivals from Japan in the hotel, the body of Inspector Gregson was just meters away from us, inside Judge Jigoku's trunk! God fucking damn it!
Oh boy.
Order up! Order up! Order in the court! I'm skeptical, Council. I'm skeptical, Council, that a grown man's body could fit inside even the largest travel trunk.
It could, because I happen to know that the witness himself, a man of considerable size, fits inside his trunk. And verifying that would be extremely simple, wouldn't it, Judge Jigoku? And Skipper died.
But inside his trunk! How horrifying!
And after we spoken with you at the Great Waterloo Hotel, you had the opportunity to visit a apparent scene on Fresno Street, taking your trunk with you in a cab to deposit the inspector's body.
I don't have to listen to this nonsense.
Dr. Gore, the coroner who examined the body, has confirmed the possibility. She acknowledged there are signs that steps may have been taken to disguise the true time of death. The onset of the body decomposition could have been delayed by storing it in a refrigerator.
Council, as I remember explaining yesterday, refrigerators of the requisite size are few and far between.
Yes, I'm sure they are, but one place they're certainly found is on large ocean liners. Such ships are equipped with electricity refrigerated cold rooms to keep food fresh on their long sea voyages, and the SS Grouse is no exception. Professor Mikotoba told me about it only yesterday. Well, Judge Jigoku? However much you prolong this debate, you can't eliminate the truth. All the evidence points to you being the killer!
Hmm.
You think this is funny?
It's a little humorous. Oh, this is very heartening. All I can see is a very wars move letting impact, and you embark on that study tour. You're full of enough shit to fill the Times.
Damn.
The present is already pretty full.
Neo.
What are you talking about now?
Neo. Come back.
I should have brought someone with us.
What the? I know you're watching.
Logical reasoning, of course. All court proceedings will be built on logical reasoning in the new century. And I can see that you both have laid firm foundations for that already.
Just Jigoku, please stop diverting attention from the issue at hand!
I'll do it more, swear to God.
The defense has made an accusation against you. How do you respond?
Respond? No need for me to respond, is there?
Here's my response. Poopy, 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 poopy.
Why not?
Because you can even begin. Before you even begin to answer the question of when the victim was killed, you must first establish one key fact. Where was the victim killed? It's quite logical.
The actual scene of the crime.
Family.
The prosecution's stance is unaltered. The killing took place on Fresno Street when the gunshot was heard. As the accused, Barack Van Zeke shot the victim at point-blank range.
Pardon me. Sorry about that.
You're good.
Since no tangible evidence exists to disprove the prosecution's claim at this time, the defense deductions amount to little more than an elaborate fairy tale. I'm afraid that's how the logic raised in the British Own for really works, young stripling.
The victim was shot in that little room on Fresno Street and died instantly? I'm afraid it's the prosecution's claim that's the only fairy tale here. I think my boyfriend's an idiot. And Neo died.
Ah,
How can you say that?
Quite simply. Quite shrimply. Because that claim directly contradicts a certain piece of evidence in our possession.
very tantalizing, counsel. I think you'd better explain yourself to the court, don't you?
The prosecution claimed that Inspector Gregson died instantly when he was shot at the scene on Fresno Street. But this evidence clearly contradicts that claim. Where is it? I know what he's talking about. Where is it? Where is it? He's in a fetal position.
Hmm.
Judge Shikoku must have, like, plopped him down. Like, dumped his body on the
Yep.
ground.
Yeah.
This is the most embarrassing thing
A
in my
photograph
fucking
of the
life.
victim in the very location you claim he wasn't killed.
Yes! But the point is, the posture of the body itself. If Inspector Gregson had been shot there in that room, it's out of the question that his body would have been curled up in a ball like that.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but your I'm sorry to disappoint you, but your logic is flawed. Sorry, the real Jigoku got down there for a second. He could have easily have adopted that final position due to the pain of being shot, which subsequently proved fatal.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Judge Goku, but it's your logic that is flawed. Stone Cold.
What?
According to this autopsy report, the victim died instantly. He would have felt no pain, much less had been able to draw himself into that position.
Oh,
Which begs the question why the victim's body is curled up in that way. Though the answer should be abundantly clear by now.
you're suggesting
The inspector's body took on that posture ahead as it arrived on Fresno Street, before it was coldly turned out on the floor from the inside of a large travel trunk.
You're quite right. The shape of the body. It looks exactly as if it had been kept in a confined space. Ooh.
Judge
Oh,
Goku,
boy.
present your trunk for examination. I believe it's very possible that it would contain traces of the victim's blood. You smell that? I smell a breakdown coming very soon.
Oh boy.
And this is where the judge bloodline will hate Wright's bloodline.
Yeah.
Who would have known that our judge ancestor was a killer?
oh! Well, it does explain a lot.
Yeah.
Like the full armory underneath the stand.
Who would have thought?
Dude, you wouldn't need to refuse if you didn't kill him.
Present more trunk? Fuck you!
What?
On what ground?
On what grounds do you wish to fuck me?
On what ground?
Earth! The Gentleman's Club dicks. Gay sex! It's always gay sex. I'm the Minister of Foreign Affairs from the Empire of Japan.
So?
I should have to put up with this treatment just because some striplin's baseless accusation. He's a bitch, you're a bitch, and you're a bitch for allowing this all to happen.
In other words, Judge Jigoku, there's blood in your trunk.
I never fucking said that. Huh? I decline to answer that. Fuck you.
There's blood in
As
your
a miserable...
There's blood in your trunk. I never said that. What the fuck? That is so fucking funny.
I would like to deny you're not allowed in my trunk under the guards of Nuh-uh.
At this moment, you're not a government minister. You are a witness in a trial in Britain's highest court. I don't care who you are or what your status outside this courtroom might be. You will not withhold information. Nothing is more important than the truth.
Order! Order in the court! Well, Mr. Jigoku, what's it to be?
I don't give a shit if you're the president. You're going to jail.
You can't be serious! You did it?
No, you did it!
No, you did it!
No, you!
Oh god, who am I gonna believe? My boyfriend or... Nah, I'm believing my boyfriend.
Or the guy
Have you
who
no
got me.
shame at all, Kazuma? Impact!
Or the guy who said I should have been a murderer. I think I'll go with my friend. What? Hmm?
Very well, I'll admit it. I did bring the inspector's body into the country. Inside my trunk, exactly as postulated by the defense.
Oh, but he's gonna claim I didn't kill
What?
him though. You!
Dear God, outrageous!
So it was you! You...
Ow! God fucking damn it! Why the day? Oh, the God! No fucking demon here, God! Ah! I do that all the time too. Only with glass. Who fuck asked you? No, I meant nothing more than what I've said. Of killing the man, I certainly have no recollection. What on earth is that cryptic statement supposed to mean?
He's saying he carried the body, but he didn't kill him.
Yeah.
I merely disposed of the inspector's body, which was left in the cabin, in order to avoid unwanted attention. As the judicial assistant over there pointed out, I had no choice but to throw it in the ocean. I decided my only option was to bring it into Britain with me and dispose of it somewhere else.
You can't still deny it! If you didn't do it, then who on earth did kill the man?
As you know, there's only one other person in me cabin that night. He had the opportunity. Impact. And moreover, Impact, he already Impact a mission that can take the inspector's life. Kazuma Impact. God fucking damn it, why do I keep doing that? Why? Oh my god, what's gonna break first? Me hand or the fucking rail? Probably me hand.
Oh, you'll be surprised.
That's right, who else could it have been? It was you, Kazuma Impact!
You.
I'll betray everyone!
I never thought you'd stoop to this, Sashiro Jigoku.
You've taken the word straight out me mouth, Prosecutor Kazuma Impact. Yeah, you thought while leaving the body in me cabin, you could pin the crime on me, did ya?
I don't know who to believe anymore.
Me.
Me.
It's simple. We put Naruto in the middle of the courtroom, put Jigoku on one end, and we put Kazuma on the other.
And see which one he goes to.
Well, the prosecution counsel has already admitted to visiting the witness's cabin on the night in question. Yeah! On an assassination mission, nonetheless!
You wouldn't.
Oh, but he would!
I look I'm doing this! So what do you make of that, young stripling? Oh, fuck. Can we get a medic in here? Bailiff!
Medic!
Oh, fuck, you're not more bailiff. You heard me testimony now. That's all I have to say in the matter. I'll admit to nothing else.
I don't believe this.
Now, Naruhodo, this is your decision. Pick me, pick me, pick me, pick me, pick me, pick me, pick me.
Baby. Come on, Ryunosuke. Don't you support gay rights?
Yes!
Counsel for the defense. What is your position now? The court awaits your response to the witness's assertion. The assertion that on the night in question, the victim's assailant was in fact Mr. Kazuma Impact.
This isn't a dead end, it seems to be. The answer's right in front of me. It comes down
This would
to
be a good time for a cliffhanger, Nick.
No.
comes down to Jigoku or Kazuma. Both of them had the opportunity to kill Gregson, but only one of them did it. And I'm
This would be
just a
great
step
time
away
to
from
pause
proving
and
who.
save.
No.
Very well, the defense is ready to respond to an assertion put forward by Judge Jigoku, but Matt, I want to hear you break your voice.
Oh no.
Okay. It's gonna need to do a thing.
Gonna be one of those nights.
It's
Just one of those days.
And tomorrow is a Saturday, so no ding dong. Judge Jigoku, let me remind you of something you said only a few minutes ago. You claim that logical reasoning is the future of the judicial process.
It is, no question.
Well, logical reasoning can prove something here. Namely, that it would have been impossible for Prosecutor Osogi to commit the crime.
You what? Standing up for no reason? The court will only accept an argument that is supported by compelling evidence. So present what you have, counsel. I have open windows. It's almost midnight.
Oh boy.
Where's your proof?
This itinerary for a crew member of the SS Grouse, my lord. This is conclusive proof.
Itinerary!
Fuck you.
Where did you put? Where? Why? How did you get itinerary?
I said itinerary.
Chat. Boys, girls, and non-binary pals of Cornix comment section. Beat this man with hammers. An itinerary. How does that prove anything?
Judge Jigoku, the moment you acknowledge that you found the victim's body in your cabin, this itinerary titty typhoon suddenly became much more significant.
What? Why?
On the night in question, as always, a crewman sentry was on guard outside your cabin door. As long as he was there, nobody could have fired a shot inside the cabin.
Absolutely. Because it's inconceivable that the guard wouldn't have heard it and come to investigate.
So
What was
that
that noise?
so that tells us that the
Fox.
crime must have taken place when the guard was elsewhere. And that narrows it down to the 20 minutes just after 10 o'clock as indicated on the itinerary.
Titter.
Itinerary. Itinerary. That's your vocabulary word of the week. Itinerary. This episode is brought to you by the letter I. Again, Shannon!
Your father's dead!
Yes, I see no flaw in your reasoning so far.
But the crucial point is this: when the evacuation drill took place, the steamship had already put to sea from port of Dunkirk. Now, clearly the murder could have been committed by somebody who was aboard the vessel at the time. And you coughed up a lung. But Prosecutor Sogi stated in yesterday's proceeding.
I didn't come to Great Britain to take anyone's life. So I left Gregson and disembarked the ship.
Coward!
I spent that night at a boarding house in the town, and returned to England the following morning.
Pussy!
Which
Man
I'm,
slut!
which I'm sure the court will agree is conclusive proof, spitting, that Kazuma Asogi could possibly have carried out the killing.
Yeah!
Whoop.
Hold it! No, absolutely not! I don't accept that at all!
What do you mean?
I've lost feeling in me hand. The boy's just saying that to exonerate himself. We can't trust what they really disembarked the vessel. Obviously, after he left me cabin, he hid himself somewhere nearby in the ship and died hilariously.
No, that's out of the question. Because he's standing right there. Isn't it, Kazuma?
I think he thought he was dead.
As the defense rightly recalls, I disembarked the vessel and spent the night in a boarding house in Dunkirk. And as I said yesterday, I signed my name in the accommodations register book. All extremely easy to verify and undeniable proof.
Oi,
There's no escape this time. You can forget that you're a judge or a government minister. It's time you gave the court an honest answer as a common man. Ooh, breakdown. You killed Inspector Tobias Gregson and transported his corpse back to Britain. Then you dumped the body in the room on Fresno Street and made it look as if the murder had happened there. That's what really happened, isn't it? Sashiroji Goku? You ready?
let me just get a swig of water and prepare for some potentially quite loud screams. I would recommend turning the volume down just a titch, but then again, you might miss out on a bit of the fun. David Attenborough. Fuck it, we bought.
Blink.
That was your cue.
Plink.
It was that damn trial 10 years ago. That's where all this began. Looking back now, more fight was decided that day. I was doomed already.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Holy shit. Wait, what happened to the fucking... What happened?
Ouch! Ouch!
It's over. My life is over. So I'm going back to hell.
The entire stand just disappeared.
Your legs are over!
Ow. I punched my door very hard.
Oh, gee.
A British assassin to eliminate a professor in Japan, Japanese assassin to eliminate a detective in Britain. Both assassins will use diplomatic immunity to evade conviction and return safely to their homelands.
Oh, I feel that all the way back to my wrist. Oh, that was a bad
Oh
one.
boy.
Oof.
Don't punch doors, they're very hard. Unless you get those, like, cheap doors you can get, like, dirt cheap. And even then, use those for wrestling. That's not even a joke, there's actually wrestling companies that use doors. Because they're cheaper than tables.
Actually, you know what? Saving it here.